Welcome back to Frontline News. I'm Javon Keys. It's now time for Frontline Business. Applicants to the COVID Allocation of Resources for Employees Care Program will Friday start hearing the status of their applications. Now payouts are scheduled to begin next week. Finance Minister Dr. Nadia Clark says 500,000 applications have been received to date. By April 30, applicants will start receiving funds under the Compassionate and Supporting Employees with Transfer of Cash categories.
Beginning Friday, April 24, applicants will be notified of the status of their applications by computer-generated text messages or email to the number or email address provided.
Verification activities will include confirmation of TRN and banking information applications for compassionate grants will be rejected if the applicant's TRN appears on current payroll returns submitted to Tax Administration of Jamaica TAJ. Now persons will be notified of errors on their applications via text or email. The country's two main telecoms firms are complaining that attacks on their network infrastructure have escalated. Flow and Digicel say the perpetrators are now burning cell towers. Chief Operating Officer at Digicel Group, Brian Bennett-Easy, says the rise in malicious attacks stems from false information that the sites cause COVID-19.
In the last 4 or 5 days, both Digicel and Flow would have had cell sites damaged. And primarily because one of the things that is being circulated on the internet is that the primary cause of COVID is the implementation of 5G services in China, and that sentiment has proliferated right across the globe. That is absolute rubbish. To make matters worse, neither Flow nor Digicel have any 5G services on the island. All of what the Prime Minister is talking about whether it's becoming the new norm or not, social distancing, working from home, all of that stuff, none of that is possible if your infrastructure doesn't work. You know, it's one thing to say that the telcos have, maybe in some cases self-inflicted issues, because maybe service outages or whatever it is. But it's another thing for people to maliciously go out and damage the infrastructure in the night. It's two completely different things.
Digicel and Flow noted that this is happening at a time when the country is more dependent on internet. Flow's country manager Stephen Price is demanding that the government consider implementing orders under the Emergency Powers Act to protect telecom's network from attacks.
We have lobbied every regulatory body for the industry. We've lobbied the minister. We've lobbied all of the ministries responsible: Justice, National Security, Industry and Commerce, and Telecommunications, to help us in this period. Right now, we need emergency legislation in place because we can't wait until the next incident happens to prevent another portion of students from being able to access their education on a day-to-day basis. So we need to act now. I know we've had over 60 instances of theft and vandalism since January this year. And the restoration of that is upwards of 300,000 US so far, because we expect more to potentially happen in the near future if something isn't done.
Mr. Price highlighted that since the outbreak of COVID-19 on the island and with more people staying home for school and work, Flow has seen up to 30% increase in data traffic. Mr. Bennett-Easy says the damage to Digicel's cell tower on Wednesday will cost the company about $500,000 to replace. He also noted that if the company loses one cell tower, about 7,000 people will be disconnected. We now head to stocks. In Friday's trading session. The JSE Combined Index advanced by 1,485 points to close just under 400,000 units. Overall market activity resulted from trading in 88 stocks, of which 30 advanced, 29 declined, and 29 traded firm. The junior market index advanced by 35 points to close at over 2,000 units. Now stocks advancing were Barita Investments Limited, Blue Power Group, Caribbean Assurance Brokers, Caribbean Producers Jamaica, and Carreras Limited. Stocks declining were 1834 Investments, Access Financial Services, Caribbean Cement Company, Caribbean Cream, and Epley Limited. Trading firm were 138 Student Living Jamaica, AMG Packaging and Paper, Berger Paints Jamaica, Caribbean Flavors and Fragrances, and Derrimont Trading 2021 preference shares. Trans Jamaican Highway Limited was the volume leader with 7.3 million units, followed by Pulse Investments Limited with 3.8 million units, and Jamaica Brawlers Group with 1.3 million units. And now the foreign exchange. Oil prices rebounded Tuesday with U.S. crude turning positive after trading below $0 for the first time ever, but gains were capped amid unresolved concerns about how the market can cope with fuel demand decimated by the coronavirus pandemic. Now Brent crude rose $1.45 or 6.4% to $20.64 a barrel. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude surged by $1.61 or 9% to settle at $17.95 a barrel. And that's it for Frontline Business. I'm Javon Keys, wishing you pleasant viewing.